In this video, we're going to be measuring the lengths of some lines drawn on the page. And we need to write down our measurements, firstly in centimetres to the nearest 0.1 of a centimetre. And secondly, we have to write down the answers in millimetres, correct to the nearest millimetre. Before we measure all of these, let's take a look at our rulers. Now, my ruler here has centimetres marked along one edge and millimetres marked along the other edge. Now, we don't actually need them both because it's quite easy to convert between centimetres and millimetres, but anyway, that's what we've got. Let's take a look at the centimetre edge to start with. You'll notice I've got some longer markings and then lots of shorter markings. Ignore the shorter markings for now and just focus on the longer markings. These are 1 centimetre apart, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimetre markings and so on. This one here doesn't have a number against it, but that is our 0. And you'll see to go from 0 to 1, that is a distance of 1 centimetre. From 1 to 2, that is a further centimetre. From 2 to 3, that is a further centimetre. Now, what about these shorter markings? Well, those shorter markings split each centimetre into 10 little parts. Each of those parts is 1 millimetre. That means 1 whole centimetre is made up of 10 millimetres. Okay, I think we can start to measure these lengths. I'm going to start by positioning the 0 on the ruler against one end point. So let's say this one here. And then we're going to look at how long that line is. Now, the 0 point is there, and then this other end is just 1 millimetre less than 5 centimetres. So it's 4 and then 9/10 of a centimetre. So that is 4.9 centimetres. That is the length in centimetres. Now, I could measure it in millimetres using the other side of my ruler, but I really don't need to because you'll see it's quite easy to convert. There is the 0 end point, and then this point here you'll see is at 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 49 millimetres long. Now, did I really need to measure that, or could I just have converted from 4.9? Well, I could have just converted from 4.9. There are 10 millimetres in a centimetre, so to convert 4.9 centimetres into millimetres, I just needed to multiply that by 10. 4.9 times 10 is 49. Okay, let's move on to this one here. I'm going to position the 0 marker at the end point there, and that's giving me a length of 3.1 centimetres. And I can convert that into millimetres without even using my ruler. That's going to give me 31 millimetres. I simply multiply that number there by 10. 3.1 times 10 gives me 31, and that's how many millimetres there are. If you're not convinced, I can show you that with the ruler. Let's position the 0 marker on the ruler at one of the endpoints like this. And you'll see that the other end of the line is right here at 31 millimetres. Finally, we've got this one here. Positioning the 0 marker there at the top of this line. Like that. I can see that the end point of this line is there. That appears to be at 6.4 centimetres. That's 6 centimetres and 4/10 of the way along to 7. So it's 6.4 centimetres. And in millimetres, that will simply be 64 millimetres.